Hello everyone, my name is Polina Obshanska, and today I want to present my final creative project for Sociology 101 class. So first I want to start with the words of Oscar Wilde, which says, "To get into the best society nowadays, one either have to feed people, assure people, or shock people." And today I'm going to talk about culture and deviance, race and social class, gender, sexuality, and intersectionality, and finally, disability and social movements. First, I want to start with the definition of the social interaction. Social interaction is the social exchange between two or more individuals. These interactions form the basis of social structure and therefore are key objects of basic of social inquiry and analysis. Socialization occurs through any sort of interaction between people. But there is two types of interactions that I want to talk about in this presentation, which are personal and electronic. And when two people talk with each other, the other respond or each other of telephone or internet, develop correspondence through letters when they're writing, and this is certainly a way of interaction. And in Disney movie Coco, the main character is a young boy Miguel, who wants to find out the history of the family, of his own family, and become a musician. And since he was so young, no one would listen to him, and the only way that he could possibly interact is through his performance. And this type of personal interaction targets the adult audience, and they start to perceive Miguel more seriously. And if just a single song of one young boy can persuade enough to make adults to listen, let's talk about what the grown man could do with his words. For example, the Martin Luther King, in a speech "I Have a Dream" that happened in August 28, 1963, convinced the entire nation to listen to him. And in this speech, he calls for the end of racism in United States, and not only racism, but also called for civil and economic rights. And the most famous quote that was most quoted from his speech is, "I have a dream that my four little children will one day live in a nation where they will not be judged by color of their skin, but the content of their character." And this speech laid the foundation of civil rights movement because of deviance that was present in United States. And the social deviance ignored rights of all people who were not white and discriminated them by race. Race associated with physical characteristics such as skin color, eye shape, and other characteristics. And in the speech, King described his dreams of freedom and equality. He did it because America was not the land of freedom. Moreover, it was the land of slavery and hate. These ideas in the speech reflect King's social experiences of ethnocentric abuse, mistreatment, and exploitation of blacks as a workforce. Unfortunately, after the speech, the race discrimination did not stop. And I watched the movie, the documentary named The 13, and I saw discrimination of African Americans by their ethnicity. The black people went to jail because the white people needed to have some workforce to build the country. The 13 also shows the horrible statistics that increase of prison population among African American males. Sadly, discrimination did not stop on race. And in the YouTube video called "Distribution History of the Suburbs," Adam described different social classes of white and black people on example of redlining. Redlining is an unethical practice that puts services, financial and otherwise, out of reach of residents for certain are based on race and ethnicity. It also can see the synthetic denial of mortgages, insurances, loans, and other financial services based on location where people live in. And in the recent time, online resources of the society in general create the fake ideas of masculinity and femininity. This fake idea is labeled by gender. The gender is different from sex and sexuality. The sex is not just biological desire, it's how you were born, which depends on a set of chromosomes that you got from your father, the X or Y. The sexuality is how you feel, which can classify as homo, hetero, bisexual, LGBTQIA, or trans, etc. And documentary also I watched called The Mask You Live In described the life of the boys, the stereotypes that men's faces on daily basis, and the obstacles that they are facing. And this film provides the way of raising new generation of boys without stereotype of masculinity, which is basically toxic. Moreover, the problems that boys are facing leads to the public issue of angry men who cannot express their feelings because they need to be a man. And it's not only stopped by boys. Girls also got discriminated, unfortunately. But based on the videos that I watched that name Like a Girl, how you can see in this pretty picture, for teenagers and older people, this term means weak, slow, funny, and lack of confidence. But when the same situation happened for the young little girls, when they were asked to say, run like a girl or punch like a girl, they did the best they could in their ability to show adults that to be like a girl is something that you can be proud of. And we need to learn example from them. So sometimes people have been judged not only by the single thing, like a gender or race. Sometimes they can be judged by identity as well. For example, Jewish, Hispanic, gay female can be possibly judged by religion, ethnicity, sexuality, and gender. And when multiple ways of discrimination interact, it's called intersectionality. Overall, intersectionality plays a role in culture, social interaction, social class, gender, sexuality, disability, and social movements. Intersectionality represents the value of opinion based on the amount of victim groups that you involved in. And also, as more the interaction between these groups occur, the more importance it gets. And thank you for watching my video, and the last thing that I want you to leave with is the words of Albert Einstein. And he says, all that's valuable in human society depends upon the opportunity for development accorded to the individual. Thank you.